So I forgot to leave a couple of seconds at the start to do the intro, so we're getting straight into the guide, but later on I will talk more in depth about some rounds and why we're doing things the way we are. So round 6, we get a dart on last, and then our sniper is on strong. This is all we need for this round. Nothing too much to talk about. So moving on to round 7, we are getting another dart. And as you guys can see, I'm getting these towers, and of course later on as well on these lines, so that you guys can't miss the positioning. So it's also easier to track, right? So the other dart, the new one, is on last as well, and that's round 7. Round 8, hit play, nothing really happening on this round. And we're getting ready for a sniper on round 9. So round 9, we're gonna buy a new sniper and we're gonna set them on strong as well. Now these snipers are gonna play a crucial role later on in this run, and we're gonna change the targeting on them a little bit. Alright, so round 10, we are getting another dart. This one is again on last, and you won't have the cash straight up, but you know, as the round goes on you will get it. We are about $10 off. And we're placing these darts on last. We're setting the targeting to last because we want to fully use the pierce, right? Because they're hitting this straight line on the spot that we're placing them, and later on. And that's basically it. If you have them on strong or on first, that doesn't really help. Although we're gonna switch the targeting on one of the darts later on first, and that's gonna make a huge difference. So now we're getting the engineer. He goes on last as well, so that's in round 12, and just hit play. The next two rounds, rounds 13 and 14, are gonna be just hitting play, so no worries on those. Alright, so we're coming up to round 15, and this can be a little bit of a weird round for you guys. So the snipers are on strong, the darts are on last, and then I switched my engineer on first. And so the thing with this round is that it is not as consistent, so you might need to switch up your snipers when all of the... I usually switch them on first when all of the yellows are popped, so that they can catch all of these, you know, blue and red balloons at the back. So next up, round 16, get Etienne, and I'm gonna talk later on why we're getting Etienne, but mainly the thing is that this run is kind of different of the other runs, because the further we go into the round, the easier it gets. And by the way, round 17, switch your snipers, both of them, on first. This is very important. Just switch them on first. I really don't want to go too much into details. It's just if you keep them on strong, they're just gonna keep regrowing the balloons, so there's no point. And then round 18, get them back on strong. So round 18, we need to use the ability. You need to use Etienne's ability. So when there's this huge red wave, green wave like this. So when they're near Etienne, use the ability, and then this ability is gonna carry over to the next round. Which is gonna, you know, help out a little bit. And rounds 19 and 20 are pretty clean rounds, nothing to worry about here, so I'm gonna see you guys on round 21. So round 21, we are getting a ninja, and the ninja goes on last. We're getting it up to 200. This is very important. So if he goes on any other targeting, you're gonna lose. That's kind of, you know, you have to do this. And then mid round, get him to 201. Now round 22 is basically the round where your entire run gets decided, and this is because you see, I accidentally on this video that you're watching right now, I accidentally clicked on start, and you can see there's gonna be like a 10 to 15 second pause right here in this video, because I was in disbelief of what just happened. Like, I just couldn't believe what happened, because there is precise micro on this round, and even if you do it correctly, it doesn't work sometimes, because, you know, BT6 and RNG. But the micro goes like this: both those snipers are on strong, so you leave them on strong basically, and then the first dart goes on first, and that's it. And then if you need to catch some, you know, some balloons, some leaks at the end, you just micro your snipers to first. Like, that's it. That's nothing special on it, but you know, I was just in disbelief of what happened, and that's why you see this pause, because I didn't micro. I don't know, like, I think I panicked or something like that. And so that's it. Round 23, upgrade one sniper to 100 and hit play. Of course, he's on strong. Round 24, just hit play, nothing happening. This is the camo round. And now we're going into, you know, after this round, after you've passed it, the next like kind of weird round is gonna be 85, and it's not even weird, it's just close. Like you're not gonna lose, it's just close. That's it. But getting our sniper to 102, and that is basically it. So our sniper is gonna do some decent DPS versus rounds like the 25, 26. And of course the leads on 28 and 30. So now we're gonna use Etienne's abilities. When the blue balloons come near Etienne, the ability has kind of a little bit of time before it, you know, before it gets up. So you need to always use it earlier and not when the balloons are on top of Etienne. And that's basically it. So the next rounds, 28, 29, and 30 are chill. So I'm gonna see you guys on 31. So round 31 we have the cash to buy the Heli, and things are gonna get a lot easier. And as I mentioned earlier, the further we go into the run it becomes easier, and that's because just the way that Etienne works, right? He starts off very weak and then he gains a lot of power later on, and this Heli is just gonna make everything easier, right? So we're getting the Heli, we are upgrading him slowly to 100 and then 200, and that is basically it. So I'm gonna see you guys on round 35. Right, so round 35 is easy, but we need to get ready for round 36. So we're getting an alchemist, getting him up to 200, and his targeting is strong. And so let me explain what we're doing on round 36. So we have, as you guys might know, 3 waves of pink balloons. So we're gonna wait a little bit, use Etienne's ability, and then mid-round we're gonna upgrade the alchemist to 300 because you don't have the cash right now. So we wait for the 2 waves of pinks to get popped, and then when the third one appears we're gonna upgrade the alchemist, and this is because we don't want the Heli to waste his shots on the second wave, right? So the second wave gets popped, we upgrade the alchemist, and we even have the ability, Etienne's ability, you know, a little bit to help out with the pops, and that's basically around 37. Even though it's kind of close, it's towards the end, but that's where our towers are, and you guys should be totally fine. So just wait a little bit, you know, before activating the ability like I showed you guys in the video. Round 37 I had a very interesting solution. I had like a big brain moment, which I kind of felt smart doing this. I bought a cleansing foam because you know, the ninja can't deal with these camo balloons, and I also don't like wasting money on things that we're not gonna use later on, and this engineer is gonna get upgraded to overclock, so this cleansing foam upgrade isn't, you know, isn't for nothing. So it was kind of a weird solution, but you're gonna see in round 40 we have, and later on we have some interesting solutions for the things. So round 38 hit play, and then round 39 we are gonna upgrade our Heli to Razor Rotors mid-round. This is, well, you can beat it without Razor Rotors, but sure, you know, just upgrade it, and it's gonna be very useful in round 40. So round 40, let me explain what we're gonna be doing. We're gonna be getting a glue gunner, and that glue gunner is going to go in the middle next to the dart. This glue is gonna be a 210 glue on strong, and the reason why we're getting him on this spot is because that's where the Moab is gonna pop, and that's basically it. We don't have damage to deal with everything, but when we slow everything down and when we glue everything, you know, it's gonna do fine. So use Etienne's ability and slowly upgrade the Heli to 302. And that's it. Like this round, even though it might look close or something to you guys, it is not look close. Like I've literally played this over 30 times, I think, and I haven't lost a single time. So just click the ability, upgrade the heli, and the glue is gonna do its job. Alright, so the 40s are pretty chill rounds, nothing happening over here, so I'm gonna skip ahead, but I'm gonna tell you guys what's gonna happen. So we are getting our alchemist to 401, so he's gonna be buffing the heli, of course. And then we're getting a 200 village that's gonna catch both of, all of these 3 towers, right? So the heli, the alchemist, and Etienne, they're all gonna be under a 200 village. And that is about it, so I'm gonna see you guys on round 49. Alright, so round 49 is coming up, and what we do on this round is we use Etienne's ability for the ceramics, and I think this might be possible without the ability, but just use it, we're not risking anything, so just click the ability, and there we go, that's round 49. And now rounds 50 and 51 we're gonna deal with without any abilities, so just hit play on both of those rounds and it's gonna be fine. So now that these rounds are playing, let's talk about round 52. So round 52 we're gonna use the ability when the Moab and his children are near the middle. I know it's kind of a bit early, but I want to talk about the solution that I did for round 52 as well, because we're gonna be using a wall of fire, and that guy is going to be useful on round 52, 55, and then 63. So he's like a multi-purpose tower. So let me just have the wheel rotate. Let's just finish this round, and you're gonna see where we will place this wall of fire wizard and why he's so important. The reason why he's important is because he's gonna do like so little damage, like I don't know, maybe like 200 damage in total in the entire round, but that's just the right amount of damage that we need so that we don't lose. Before I got the wall of fire I was losing on this round, but after the wall of fire I hadn't lost once. So here he comes. Here he is, like on this spot, and make sure that he doesn't cover a lot of the track, because you want the wall of fire to be consistent in a small little area. So 0 to 1 wall of fire, and that is basically it. So we're gonna need to use Etienne's ability like right now when the Bloons, whether it's the Moab or its children, when they are around the middle of the track, and that is it. That's the round. Round 53, click the UCAV ability. So Etienne is level 10 now, so click the UCAV ability as soon as it comes off cooldown. So don't wait, as soon as it comes off cooldown just click it and don't worry about it. So as you guys saw, round 54 got taken care of by the UCAV, which carried over from round 53. And now round 55, we upgrade our glue gunner to 220 and we get our snipers on first. Now this is very important, because if our snipers are strong, that means they're gonna pop the ceramics into rainbows and whatever, it depends. If all the ceramics are popped, they're gonna be popping the rainbows even further. And what's gonna happen is our glue gunner's pierce cap is gonna get overloaded, and we don't want that. We want the glue gunner to be hitting exclusively the ceramic balloons. So that's why we are switching the targeting of our snipers to first, to have as many ceramics remain on the track. And then the wall of fire that we bought earlier is gonna do a lot of work at the end. He's gonna be catching off those leaks. So this is a safe round. You don't have to worry about anything, but I think it was an interesting solution, and we're gonna have this glue gunner play a significant role on round 63 as well. So round 57 coming up, use the UCAV ability. 56 was, by the way, a chill round, nothing happening. 57 use the UCAV, and we are getting the Apache dart ship. And now, as we are getting these stronger towers, there is less and less to worry about, because Etienne's getting stronger. That's the way he works. The more levels he gains, he's getting a lot more DPS, and he's at his peak. He does a lot of damage, especially with the perma UCAV later on. And then we have the dart ships. So the next couple of rounds 58 to 62 are chill, and we're just gonna skip, and I'm gonna see you guys on round 63 and explain to you what is going to be happening. Alright, so as round 62 is ending, round 63 is going to be something similar to 55. So snipers are on first, but we are gonna upgrade our glue gunner to 230, so to the glue hose. Now something else that we're gonna be doing is we are going to be microing our heli. So take him off pursuit and just have him stand here behind the glue gunner, and we are going to micro him. Now this micro is not necessary, but it serves the same purpose, and that is trying to damage the ceramic balloons as little as possible so that the glue gunner can glue them, and then we can easily pop them. So look at how easy it is. Like, they don't even make it, they make it like such a little distance after the glue gunner. It's crazy. This is not like an RNG round or anything like that. And what we're doing here with the microing of the heli is just like a safety measure. Like, you don't have to micro it, but just be safe about it and just follow the balloons with your mouse or with your finger. And that is basically it. So round 63, it's a pretty easy round. We have the glue gunner serving his purpose again. And on to round 64, we are gonna use the UCAV as soon as the round starts. The heli goes back on pursuit, and now we have a breather. So the next 10 rounds are gonna be super chill, but make sure to upgrade your engineer to 040 whenever you get the cash. So round 65 to 74 we're gonna skip, and I'll see you guys on 74. Alright, so as round 74 is playing, let me talk about round 75. Around 75 we need to make sure that we have all of our abilities off cooldown. And this is going to be our first overclock on the heli. Well, you guys might have overclocked him, in the earlier rounds. It doesn't matter as long as you have the abilities off cooldown for round 75. So 75, we are going to overclock the heli, and we're gonna keep him overclocked. Don't use the drone swarm ability yet. We're gonna have kind of a mess happening with fortified Moabs and then the children from the PFB stacking on top of each other, and that's when we're gonna use the drone swarm ability. And then we're gonna use the UCAV whenever the two last BFBs are left standing. Now that's very important because we need the timing on the UCAV for 78. So like that, when these two BFBs pop, use the drone swarm ability, and that is it. So now you can see there are two BFBs here. Use the UCAV ability, and the reason why we're using it so early is because we need the cooldown to be ready for around 78, especially the second ceramic wave of 78. I know it's like we're talking 75 about around 78, but it's kind of a long cooldown now, and we need to plan ahead. And I've had instances where I've lost because of that, so we're just taking a precaution, and we needed the UCAV for 76 anyways, so it doesn't really matter. So around 77, overclock the heli as soon as the round starts, and keep overclocking during the round again. So keep the heli overclocked throughout this round. So round 78, UCAV as soon as it's ready. Even though the ceramic wave is not on the track, just use the ability because we need to get it on cooldown. That's very important because the UCAV cooldown is not the same as the time that is needed for the second ceramic wave to appear, unlike, let's say, Quincy's ability, Quincy's Storm of Arrows, which are kind of closer to each other. So that's why we wanna have the UCAV go on cooldown as early as possible so that we can have it for the second wave of ceramics. And it goes without saying, keep overclocking the heli. And when the UCAV ability is ready, just click it again, and that is about it. Round 79 is a chill ability. I'm gonna take a breather and just keep the heli overclocked, and I'll see you guys on round 80. So round 80, not much happening here. We are gonna use the drone swarm ability as soon as the round starts, so we're getting a lot of DPS onto that ZOMG. We are keeping the heli overclocked throughout the entire round, so whatever your cooldown is, just keep it keep it overclocked. And then just don't worry about, you know, losing on this round, because even though it looks close, I haven't lost a single time, and neither are you guys. So round 81, we are gonna keep the heli overclocked again, just keep him overclocked. Use the UCAV ability as soon as the round starts, and then we are gonna wait a couple of seconds and use the drone swarm ability. Alright, so round 82, we are gonna get another glue gunner. He's gonna be 013 glue on strong, and this is kind of one of my inventions again. I was able to beat this round without this guy, but it makes everything safer. So get this guy 013 glue on strong, right where I placed it. Keep the heli overclocked, drone swarm whenever, you know, things start getting closer to Etienne. And then a very important UCAV timing is whenever we pop all of the normal BFBs. So this round consists of normal and then fortified BFBs behind them, and whenever all of the normal BFBs get popped, we're gonna click the UCAV ability. So like that, you see we have only fortified BFBs on screen, so whenever that happens, click the ability. Keep the heli overclocked, of course, and then this UCAV timing is just enough to deal with all of these fortified BFBs and you know, everything that comes out of them. So round 83, keep the heli overclocked. Again, if you know you have your overclock off cooldown, use it. And then we're gonna use the drone swarm ability. Make sure, by the way, to have Etienne on first. Maybe should have done this earlier, not sure. But when the Moabs start, you know, nearing Etienne, make sure to use the ability. And even though, again, it might look close, but don't worry, like, you're not gonna lose on this round. And we even have this Moab glue guide that is kind of helping on this round as well. So round 84 is gonna be a round where we are gonna need to use the UCAV ability. So keep the heli overclocked again. I keep repeating myself to keep the heli overclocked, but you know, goes without saying, keep it overclocked, just keep it going. And then we're gonna use the UCAV ability whenever these guys are gonna start nearing Etienne. But an important thing for this round is to not be like quick on the trigger. So these guys are handling the Moabs just fine, and whenever, as you guys can see, the BFBs, for example, are nearing the middle of the track, that's when you hit the UCAV. And the reason why we want to hit the UCAV as late as possible is because it's gonna carry over to 85, and we want the UCAV ability to damage the ZUMG a little bit. So this round is gonna be the round where we buy our Apache Prime. It's gonna be a mid-round purchase. It's gonna be towards the end of the track, so keep the heli overclocked. Click the drone ability, and then it's gonna be tight, but we're not missing a lot of cash anyways, so get the Apache Prime, and that is it. So at this point I can say that we have beaten Geared Chimps, but we gotta, you know, we gotta play it out. Alright, so as we're nearing the 90s, let's just talk about what's going to be happening next. So we need a 230 village, so our village is going to get upgraded to 230 because you know, we need to be able to hit the DDTs. And then again, I'm not overclocking anything, I'm not clicking any abilities, and that's because the Apache Prime plus whatever else we have is strong enough to deal with these rounds. But later on we're gonna have to, you know, click some buttons, which is super easy. Again, it's nothing special. There's no way you lose on those rounds. And round 90 coming up, we are getting the village to 230, and then round 91 and 92 are easy, so don't worry about it. We are not using any abilities, just chilling throughout these rounds and getting ready for the next ones. Now we are going to need to buy some new towers, so you know, the usual, the mortar, the 240 mortar, the Sabo Ninja, and we're gonna have to click the abilities. So round 92, again, an easy round, even though I'm kinda, you know, fast forwarding and I'm playing on normal speed and on fast speed because you know, I'm doing this this run in a normal game. I'm not doing this in a challenge editor, and this is me getting my black border as well, as you guys are gonna see at the end. I was, you know, I beat the Geared Chimps on the challenge editor, but I haven't beaten it. I haven't beaten it on a normal game, so this was kind of my first black border, my black border as well. And that is about it. So round 93, overclock the heli as soon as the round starts, and then, you know, they're gonna take care of everything. We're doing this because there are some DDTs on this round. Round 94 is gonna be a chill round, so just hit play, nothing special to do here. And we're getting ready for round 95. Now round 95, we will buy a 040 Sabo Ninja, so if you guys can, you know, just buy it mid-round or whatever, or before the round starts, so that the cooldown is available for you guys. And that is going to be it. When the DDTs appear, we will hit our ability, and then we are gonna wait a couple of seconds and overclock the heli after we have hit the Sabo ability. This is because the Sabo ability doesn't cover the entirety of round 95, so it's gonna end, and we're gonna have some DDTs speed up towards the end, and we want the heli to be overclocked. So we're kind of dividing the abilities, right? So we're starting off with the Sabo, and then we are gonna overclock the heli to deal with the rest of these DDTs. And as I recorded that segment, I remembered that we have the UCAV ability, so just hit that, and you know, you're gonna be fine, because we're not using the UCAV up until round 100, so we don't care about the cooldown. So that is, you know, another thing that you guys can do. So round 96 is a chill round, nothing to do here. The heli might be a little bit overclocked, you know, might still have some overclock juice in it. And round 96 again is a very chill round, but we're getting ready for round 97. Now round 97, we are getting a 024 mortar, like, you know, we usually do for round 98. And so get the 024 mortar, and we're gonna target the mortar at this, you know, that spot when the 45 ZMGs are gonna pop, so that we can immediately remove the 45 state from the BFBs, and that is going to be round 97. So it's a pretty chill round, you know, nothing to talk about, nothing special in that round. And then you guys are gonna see that on round 98, it's such an easy round with the setup that we have. So with Etienne and with the Apache Prime, and I'm not gonna use a single ability. I'm just gonna have the mortar target the start of the track and just play it out, and that's gonna be it. And that's kind of the power of Etienne and the Apache Prime, right? So Etienne is kind of a weird hero which peaks towards the end, so he peaks at level 20 with the perma UCAV, and then, you know, his drones and his UCAV get a lot stronger, and that's why he makes the late game easy. And it was especially nice for this map, you know, because we need full map coverage, right, because of this gear rotating. Alright, so round 99, we are gonna buy a 240 spike. This is for round 100. We are getting ready behind this dart here on the left. So 240 spike, another one which is gonna be a 130 spike, which is again gonna get upgraded soon. And then we are going to wait a couple of seconds for the DDTs to appear. So as soon as the DDTs appear on round 99, hit the Sabo ability and hit the Drone Swarm ability. So those two, the Sabo and the Drone Swarm abilities. And that is gonna be round 99. And then round 100, again an easy round. Upgrade the Spike Storm, so we have two Spike Storm abilities right now, and just click everything. Overclock the heli, click the perma UCAV ability, wait a little bit, and as this bat is nearing our spike factories, we are gonna click both of their abilities, so everything inside is gonna pop. And then, you know, just click as the abilities come off cooldown. So overclock, Sabo, Drone Swarm, whatever you have, click it, and that is it. That is Geared Chimps for you guys.